guess now it's time to start playing around with the buttons down here. So let's take off the hungry bit. And we'll put polite on the maiden and see where that goes. I think a lot of these are going to be repeating. So.
Yeah, they're going to repeat. It's the demon underling. Yay!
Oh!
Oh, this time the the overlord just let them go.
Yeah.
Run into grass. Hello, maiden.
Oh!
Oh, this is different.
Let's hear her out.
Yeah.
You're in a good mood today, and I'm rather curious about what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to you, so this is kind of exciting. You hadn't guessed it would be even possible to understand each other before now. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line from what you gather is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting, besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. They seem to be getting along just fine, so you decide it's about time for a nap. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sounds of battle.
Sorry, still on the genocide run!
No! You emerge from your room to find that a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk!
Let's see. Do we avenge our fallen comrades or save ourselves?
Let's avenge him!
Okay.
Who does this guy think he is, coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac? What did we ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving his sword into the guard who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kinda down. You like that guard and you wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite into him, tearing flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles. You feel his sword go through you, but there is no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile onto him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won! You have earned your rest.
I mean, that was a bit nicer than last time.
What happens if we do that but turn off the dutiful hero?
That's a good question.
Let's do it again!
Yes! Noom! Alright, so we say hi to the maiden. We bring her to the Overlord, and they become besties.
You don't get to sleep for long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what their deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're gonna get rid of the current Overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or not. And being a pretty lazy underling, you of course reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. I mean, she let us have a day off, so she's not that bad.
Yeah.
Your friends seem pretty disappointed. They apologize to you, but before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly seizes you. Well, someone who's still loyal to the Overlord really has no place in our castle. You understand, right? Their claws tighten around your neck. You don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this end. This is a pretty messed up thing to do to a friend, you tell them. They slit your throat in response.
Fun! Okay, so in that sense, we would have to be disloyal. Let's see how this one goes. Let's see, we're skipping past all this. See where this goes when we get to Let's see, we hear you out. You're nice and friendly, and we're gonna be good pals. But then we're woken up. Let's see. Okay. Let's kill him!
You tell them you were just joking and clarify that you're totally in it to win it. They say you were always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, you know how bad it'd be to end up on the wrong side of things. And if this assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of false confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You follow your friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they want to go about this. They figured they'd just lock her in a room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. That could go wrong in so many ways. Realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs, useless without someone's guidance. Your guidance.
Ooh?
There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head-on, and while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassin. You really didn't want it to come down to this. But you can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas.
Have you tried, like, a series of pamphlets?
You sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap, like usual. This is almost too easy. You silently approach your master. She looks so peaceful. Well, time to die! You figure the cleanest way to do this would be to dig your claws into her throat, so you just do that. She wakes, but not in time to stop you, as you watch as she chokes on her blood, cursing you before finally expiring. That felt terrible. You remind yourself it was either her or you, and you weren't about to let yourself get killed by anyone.
That reminds me of a whitewater rafting trip I had years ago.
Oh my.
Anyway, you leave the room to find your friends waiting just outside. They look pleased, only now do you realize they must have planned to use you like this from the beginning. You are the new ruler of this castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that they will one day betray you, as you have betrayed your Overlord.
See a happy ending! Okay, so even if we don't take certain paths, we do get things unlocked. Good to know. Alright. Let's see what happens with the hero when we don't go, we don't go the, bloodthirsty route.
Let's leave!
Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life and your pants. When you can't return home now, your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you will ever be able to rescue that maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You'll take your chances at the castle. You're a hero after all, this is your job. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You were faced with an army. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord.
Well, it's...
I choose politeness. You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. Well, that was easy. The Overlord and Maiden seem to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprising confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Should I pick or should I let John Quincy Adams?
That is up to you.
Yep.
Well, let's just ask the maiden what's going on.
Yeah.
The maiden explains that she was never actually captured, that she came here on her own volition, and that in the next book she'll take a level in Barbarian. That was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. You ask her to return to town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you casually exit the castle. You pause when you see a group of suspicious demons standing near the entrance. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. This proves to you that demons really are foul-smelling creatures.
We have to tell her about this!
Hi, Mickey.
You don't understand what the maiden is thinking or why she suddenly sounds like Mickey Mouse. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed, aren't they? And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maiden takes off into the castle and you have no choice but to follow. You burst into the Overlord's room. The maiden frantically tries to communicate what you just overheard. A demon underling barges in next, calling you liars. It's followed by the group from the entrance, who shifts the blame back onto the little one. These demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them. The whole room dissolves into noise until the Overlord yells for everyone to shut your yap! She threatens them with violence. The Overlord is no better than her subjects. You grip your sword tightly. If you have to cut through everyone here to get this maiden to safety, you certainly will. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt of the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. Is it Burrito Tuesday? The underling pounds on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the Overlord has taken hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. She thrusts her claws into her underling's chest. Kalima! You back away. You won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into its limp biscuit. You can no longer watch. You look to the maiden. She's crying, hands clasped together in prayer. To have faith in a time like this. You envy her, but sadly, you don't believe in anything. You believe in the sword. The two of you, the Overlord, and the underling's corpse, and John Stamos, are all consumed by flames.
Well,
I see. Did unlock a few other options for him, though. Let's take that off. Let's see how it goes with the Overlord. Yes, I know, those puny humans and their weird flavors of cheese. Let's give you a day off. Have fun. I'm gonna go sleep, and this time we don't have the... Oh, you wake to a knock at your door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you.
Kinky.
The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient, thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough? How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You wonder what to say. Sure, let's stay for a while. You can't bring herself to send this maiden away. She just got here. Also, clearly she's hot. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You are glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as not to agitate them and get heroes sent out after you. That explains why the people of my village have been left unharmed. Because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You've always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you were actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. Especially with chains. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. You're interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time it's a hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden who is rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything's explained, the hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologized for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you.
Well, if you don't want the maiden to go, let's keep her here.
Okay. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now.
If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are kinky after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you.
You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step toward the maiden, and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. You'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on.
No, I turned to Ender yonder.
What? Interesting. Okay, so what happens then if we get rid of the possessive and we jump right into going after and just letting her go?
This song reminds me of something, and I can't think of what.
Alright. Let her go. Let her go. You're certain that she'll return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that. You decide. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious overlord bed. Your room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while, until your door slams shut. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed by flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Are you being usurped? They have zero forethought. What castle will they rule from it if this one burns? You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards. You choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. You'll see them in hell.
Well,